because today is Monday and I'm recording this right before the game. And I'm hoping that, by rubbing this, we win. And I'm hoping that we can actually string up back-to-back wins and back-to-back weeks. Now, is it a tall order, a tall task? For sure. We're playing against the Chiefs, you know what I'm saying? Odds are, I don't even want to say it, but you know what I'm saying? Like, the money, the safe bet would be towards, putting it towards the Chiefs. But I ain't with all that because I'm a Raiders fan and I'm wearing my shit proud. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Hypocritical AF podcast. I'm your host, Albert Fig, and we're back with another week of the Hypocritical AF podcast. Back-to-back solo episodes because I'll be honest, I didn't book anybody this week. And that's okay because there's plenty of other weeks that I do this that we can always get a person on. And there's plenty of other weeks that there's going to be an episode. And there's plenty of other weeks where there's going to be drama going on, something to talk about, something to relate to, or at least something to check into. So thank you very much for checking in. Welcome back, yo. There's a few upgrades, you can tell. Well, let me chill on the word upgrade. Let me just say I'm slightly making some modifications to, essentially get to a better spot. As you can see, we got this really cheap but very effective sign in the back. That's going to be upgraded better too, by the way. I'm just trying out some new things. And of course, as always, the angle switching. I'm always switching angles because sometimes I don't like the way it's facing it this way. And sometimes I don't like the way when it's facing, well, I would say the way I'm looking when I'm facing this way. You know what I'm saying? So I had to switch it up. So there's that for number one. Number two is you can't tell, but I can. But I'm still trying to figure out, unless you can see it, maybe. I can't really tell if you can see it or not, but I'm still trying to figure out the correct placement for my laptop. So bear with all that. It's constantly, an improvement thing that we're trying to reach. And yes, this jersey, thank you for asking. It is the Raiders because today is Monday and I'm recording this right before the game. And I'm hoping that, by rubbing this, we win. And I'm hoping that we can actually string up back-to-back wins and back-to-back weeks. Now, is it a tall order, a tall task? For sure. We're playing against the Chiefs, you know what I'm saying? Odds are, I don't even want to say it, but you know what I'm saying? Like, the money, the safe bet would be towards, putting it towards the Chiefs. But I ain't with all that because I'm a Raiders fan and I'm wearing my shit proud. I don't care if we go 0-10. I'm always going to wear my shit, but that's why I'm wearing this one for today. So by the time this comes out, I'm hoping I don't look like a complete idiot. And I'm hoping that our team, well, my team, I would say, I'm hoping that by then my team somehow comes up with the victory. You know what I'm saying? Especially because it's a Monday night highlighted football game, ESPN. Yeah, what up, y'all? So back with another week. Very exciting. I would say had a good weekend. Was in exciting times. And definitely got to do a bunch of things that felt like it was really needed overall. You know what I'm saying? So the first thing I want to talk about is this past weekend, right? So if y'all don't know about this festival annually, they do it every year, but there's an annual festival called Aftershock. All right, it's like a 4-day thing where it's like a bunch of bands with headliners, and it's it's a festival, so it's like the same thing like EDC. It's like what was it, Palooza? Damn it, what is it? Something Palooza. Lollapalooza, I think. And then there's, like the Rolling Loud. There's Pozo, for those at a local level that's maybe not, doesn't know about all these other ones that I'm saying. But it'd be like Pozo, like that type of festival. So they had that thing going on right here. So it's a 4-day thing called Aftershock, right? And the headliners this year were, I guess, like the main attractions were some notables. I'm going to be, missing a few, but these are the ones that damn it, we're headlining, damn it. Damn, my words are all messed up right now. But it was Kiss, My Chemical Romance, Papa Roach, A Day to Remember. Fucking, I'm missing some, but those are like the few big names for it. I know there's another one. What is it? Jesus, cheese and rice. It's slipping in my mind, but anyway, so this is like a big thing, like annually. There's a lot of people that come from literally from different countries, all over the states, all over the world. And some people spend thousands, bro. Like they budget and budget and budget and spend thousands for a 4-day pass. This is just general admission. We're not even talking about VIP. Some people splurge that much, and it's all ages. So some people, I mean, I saw straight up babies, bro. I'm talking about like probably what, 2-month, 3-month-year-old babies there. And did I think that was a little bit outrageous? Sure, but that's just my opinion. Who am I to judge? You feel me? I wouldn't take if I had a 3-month-year-old, I wouldn't take, especially in the heat. It was hot. And then you're only limited. I mean, you're limited for things you could take. It was kind of awkward because, not awkward, but I swear online it said no strollers, no diaper bags. Well, what are we supposed to do? If I take a baby, what am I supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? But I saw a person there with the stroller. And the diaper bag, which doesn't make sense. Me personally, it's a diaper bag. And especially if you're bringing a kid, you should be able to have that. But they did give the option to have a clear tote. And it's like, okay, cool. Maybe that's the, the exception, or maybe something you can use in a place for a diaper bag. So, there's ways around that, but I can't see myself taking my 3-month-old baby to something like that. It's all day, by the way. Like literally the doors open at 12 and it's all the way to like 10, 11, 12, damn near. You know what I mean? So, I mean, you could, pick and choose whichever ones you want. But nonetheless, 4-day pass seems like a bit extreme to me. Just my personal opinion. But there's people that budget that much. And man, like, shouts out to them for number one. Because I got a single-day pass. I got a Saturday single-day pass, which I think is a good thing too, because I'm one of the rare, I'm not going to say rare, but I'm one of those hypocrites that I like going to music concerts and festivals, but I also don't like being around there for too long. Like I can only be around large groups for so long. Like I would say after about 3 hours max, I gotta like step away for a little bit, and I gotta get myself a little, you know what I'm saying, like a little breather, and I gotta step back and be like, all right, let me just, level out and everything. Not to say I'm freaking out, not to say that I'm claustrophobic around I'm like losing it. I guess it's just I don't like that feeling of being around so much people and not knowing where exits are at, and not knowing like how to get out, or I just don't like that feeling of not knowing who's behind me for so long. You know what I'm saying? So we can speculate and to say why that is. I'm sure that's not a normal thing, but I can only be around it for so long, right? So I like going to them, but I also don't like being around them for too long. So that's why I feel like a day pass is only good for me. And the same thing too. That's why I've never gone to EDC. I've been to a few raves here locally in Sacramento, but I've never gone to, the 3-day thing for those type of things. And maybe that's why I also don't give a fuck. No, that's why also I feel like the single day ones work out pretty good for me. And then at the same time too, there's cost efficiency. There's also, not missing out on so much of a, whatever family time or plans or just life in general. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the single day is a good thing for me. Oh crap, this thing's dying. But anyways, to get back on track on that one. So single day pass. I'm still, did I talk about it last episode? I can't remember if I did or not, but my car. So a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks to be exact, I had left my car parked on a street, literally on the side of the street, like not an intersection, but just a street, somewhere downtown. And I parked it on the left side, and it was a one-way. And driver's side. So my passenger side got all fucked up. I'll put a picture here. This was my car, and this is how I found it. And for the ones that are not watching on YouTube and can't see, basically the entire right side, well, not entire, but my passenger door, my rear passenger door, my side mirrors were just like oddly, and I can't explain how, were scraped off, dude. Like, it's so weird because I don't know what happened or how it happened. But just imagine the outer shell, like the outer skin of the doors and side mirrors just swiped off, like perfectly cut, because the frame was still there. The bolts are still there. The hardware is still there. Everything is there, minus the door skins. Like, I'm talking about the windows are all still intact. It just doesn't even make sense. So what had happened was we were parked in downtown. We were out and about since like 5, drinking a bit, and I didn't want to be driving. So I was like drinking here, but I wasn't worried about it because I left my car there. And we had all night till like 2 a.m. damn near. No, maybe not 2 a.m. Probably like 1 something. But after it was all good, I went to my car. I'm talking about at the end of the night, like in the middle of all things, we're all kicking in, going to a few places and everything like that. But I'm talking about at the end of the night, the very end of the night, where I'm like, all right, I'm good. Had some pizza, drink a lot of water. I'm cool. Time has passed. I'm like, all right, I'm back to normal. You know what I'm saying? I go to my car and I walk up to it and I find it like that. I'm talking about like I didn't even recognize my car because I didn't think that was mine. I saw that and I was like, oh, that's not mine. That's crazy. And I kept walking and I was like, wait, no way. This is my car. And I went inside of the car and I saw that the airbags, the side curtain airbags were deployed. And I was like, how? As Kanye would say, how, Sway? Like it just didn't make any sense to me. And then I instantly started to look I opened the trunk. I started looking at everything. I was like, shit, did they steal something? And I was looking at everything. Nothing was stolen. None of the windows were bashed. So I was like, what could it possibly have been? Were they trying to steal something? Did someone steal a door? Did they hit the stuff? And I was like looking. I looked real quick, like just like glanced around. I didn't see any glass. I didn't see the door or anything like that. And I kind of was just like, what the fuck? So in that moment, I guess I didn't really think. I was like, okay, I'm going to have to call the tow truck or potentially fill this out or do all these things, right? In the moment, I'm kind of thinking like that. But at the same time, I'm like, man, this is crazy. Like how? It's so, when you see the photos, it's like how? It doesn't make sense. And then you start picturing like, or making possibilities in your head and scenarios, and which none of it makes sense. But I was like, it's just how, So then in the end, I turned it on. Everything was still drivable. It wasn't like it was like alignment issues or the motor was messed up. The wheels are still perfectly fine. All that was intact. And I was like, all right, dude, I'm just going to drive it home. So I drove it home, and then eventually I filled out a police report, called the insurance, did all that stuff, right? But it was just a big mess. I forgot. Yeah, wait. I forgot how I even got there. Maybe because I didn't talk about it last week, I think, or did I? Damn. No, I didn't talk about it last week. So I've been without wheels, so I had to take, that's how I got there, right? So I had to take a lift. I took a lift to the show. It was like around probably like 2 p.m. And I kind of not underestimated the heat because I wasn't too bothered by it because, being out here in Sac, you're kind of, I guess you would say you get used to it, So I'm not like crazy. I wasn't like, bro, I was fucking dying because the heat. Nah, that's not the case. So that's my impression, bro. The fucking heat, bro. Damn. So it wasn't too bad with that, but it was just humid. And then when you incorporate like 14, 16,000 people or however many, people it was, might have been more, but however many, people that is. And by the way, it's hot and people are like, they're either super damn near naked or crazy overdressed. There's not really like in between so much, you know what I'm saying? And when you incorporate all that and throwing in the heat with everything, it's kind of like, oh, shoot. You know what I'm saying? Oh, then so I'm looking at Kiss. Kiss lights up Sacramento. By the way, I didn't go. So I went Saturday. There was a few headliners and stuff that I missed. I don't know. Oh, Slipknot. Shit, that's another one. Slipknot. Rob Zombie was there too. Damn. I know that who else was supposed to perform, but they didn't, and they backed out last. Oh, Foo Fighters were gonna perform, and then something happened. I don't know exactly what, but they didn't end up performing, and they had a backup in place for that. So that's not too bad. Damn. Eddie Murphy to pay Mel B $35,000 a month in child support. Jesus. Anyway, so for the Aftershock stuff, Saturday, I chose Saturday. Well, one, because I had work, but two, also the band that I wanted to go see was A Day to Remember. That's like throwback, nostalgic, middle school. Well, actually, I've barely listened to them like my freshman year in high school. So yeah. So like early high school type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I was really excited to see them because I'm the type of person that like, if I enjoy, well, first of all, I listen to a bunch of different music, right? Like damn near every single genre of music. I'm not even exaggerating. I listen to so much music. I indulge in so much music, and I enjoy music almost, if not just as much as I do podcasting. You know, they're like right up to par with each other. And because of that, it's not my first concert or festival that I've been to, and furthermore, even that, this is my second time ever going to Aftershock. The first time I ever went was like 2014, 2015. One of those two. I can't remember from the top of my head, but it was one of those first 2 years. And that year that I had went, someone like straight up died from that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I don't want to put that on the Aftershock, but it was like literally credited to like something someone did or some crazy stuff like that. Someone did something is what I'm trying to say. But that was like my last impression from it. And then all of the years, it's just stuff was, I don't know, life happening and things forward progressing and then wanting to go to other things and then timing and stuff like that. So this year I had an opportunity to go, which I didn't know. I literally found out about, or I didn't know I was going to be going until like the week of. But it was a good time to go. And I say all that to say, I mean, highlight and talk about how important it is. This is just my opinion because I went by myself, right? And that's okay to go to by yourself. I mean, I've said it before on another episode how I feel like people need to, or you all need to get more comfortable with just going out and doing things by yourself and for yourself and getting the enjoyment of doing things and that fulfillment of doing things. Because half the battle of even just stepping out and doing things on your own, that's like a big mental hurdle that you're doing. Because a lot of times people, when they hear about going to places by themselves where they feel like they can't, it's like, oh man, not necessarily get over that. You don't want to use those type of words for, you know, a person, but you could say like, what is a good, I don't even know. Hold on, let me catch myself. What is a good supplemental word to use in that? I would say more so like, hey, you can get over that hump if you challenge yourself. Do something like that. You know, a lot of times people are, I'm not gonna say maybe scared is a good word to use, but they're afraid. Maybe it's kind of like the same thing too. Oh, damn. But maybe they're just like afraid to go out and do something like that, you know, because a lot of maybe they think that it's awkward or something like that. So it's a good thing. Just do some. Damn, I'm all over the place with the words. Just do something different, you know. So I always try to push that on people, if that makes sense. But then again, it's not too good to push things on other people. I'm like arguing with myself. Anyway, just go out and do some things by yourself, if that makes sense. If all that I just said, you know, helps at all. But I do feel like it's important for an individual to do things by himself as opposed to group settings. I'm not saying group settings are a bad thing because I enjoy group settings as well. But there's like a certain high, not even high, but there's a certain good feeling, a good factor you get from doing something by yourself as opposed to being involved in a group setting. And both of them, I'm not saying one is better than the other. Both of them are beneficial and both of them can, you know, be helpful and you can learn from both. You know, you can learn the team building aspect of one. You can learn communication skills from one. You can learn from just socially being around people because, you know, some people might have like a phobia of that, or some people are more like socially not inclined. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe don't feel the best or don't feel the most comfortable in a group setting. So you could break those barriers by doing that. And that's definitely like a positive thing. But also individually, you'll be surprised how much of a good time you can have for yourself. And, you know, dare I say therapeutic as well. You know, there's a lot of positives that can come from that. So just doing things like that. And I enjoy that. I've been pretty open about that. But going to the shows, bro, the shows are super cool. And festivals, you know, they bring this weird thing out of you. Oh, and it's also, you know, to credit what I was saying, it's also comfortability or vulnerability and feeling comfortable with that too. When you are by yourself at a festival, you might do some things that you might not do with around your friends because you might get embarrassed or you might feel like they're going to be looking at you in a certain way, or you might feel like they're not like, you know, that's not cool or something like that. As opposed to if you're by yourself, you might do some shit like go crowd surfing and fall on your ass, you know, but laugh about it and get up. Maybe you might not do that if you were with your homies because you think like, oh, they're going to clown on me or they're not going to You know what I'm saying? Or they might not think that's cool. So there's that aspect of it as well. But it was it was really cool to see them. And I didn't stay, unfortunately, to see My Chemical Romance because no disrespect. I just wasn't really into My Chemical Romance, and they were the ones headlining for that Saturday. Not my thing, bruh. It's just true. There's layers. There's only waves. There's certain waves of emo that I always hear about. There's like this tier and this wave of emo, and I'm just not that fully engulfed in My Chemical Romance. So I didn't. I should have stayed. For the amount that I paid for the tickets, realistically, I should have stayed. But it was getting late. Didn't have a car. Had to pay for another Lyft, which those are not cheap either. By the way, if gas prices are going up, this is the way. This is the order: gas prices, food, Lyft, and Uber drivers. Gas prices, food, and ride shares. Those three are going up in that exact order. Shit's crazy. So I just, timing wise and everything, and plus we had people over, so I wanted to kick it with them and keep the night going and everything. So that was really fun. Great experience. I enjoy going to those as much as I can, or when I'm afforded the opportunity to go, I'm definitely going to take advantages of those, and I highly recommend all y'all to do the same. And hey, maybe even go out to a dinner by yourself. Get some brunch, you bun. Next year, I wonder what they're going to bring next year. There was one year I remember they had System of a Down, and I wanted to go to that one too, but I didn't get the chance to go to that one. So maybe, there's something like that that's going to pop off in the future for that. You never know. I mean, it's always going to be here. Like I said, it's every year. So yeah. I got to go. My bad, y'all. I got to go back to this story. This shit's crazy. Eddie Murphy agrees to pay Mel B $35,000 a month. Now, okay, here's the thing. Is it crazy for us because we don't understand that type of money? Like $35,000 a month to him will probably equate for an hour level. That's probably like $100. You know what I'm saying? To him, $100 a month. Probably. I'm not counting homies' pockets. I'm just saying I couldn't afford that shit. But also, it's like 35. Is it for one child, or is it for multiple? Let me see. It said previously he had been paying $25,000 a month, which is about $300K a year, after the paternity case was settled in 2009. So homie's been paying that, and the only thing that got changed was his incomes. It says that the reason why it changed because his income has extraordinarily gotten higher and will pay and can afford the extra $10K a month. You know what's crazy about these two is that I learned more about it depends on which state you live in. They say California and New York, which actually makes sense, so I'm not breaking news here, but they say those are like one of the worst ones to stay in. That's why a lot of people are going to like Texas, Louisiana, and I want to say Florida is a different one, but don't quote me on that. I'm definitely not a legal expert in this matter. And I'm not paying child support. Thankfully. Luckily, I'm not. And I don't plan on. Not that I wouldn't. We're good. But Mel B gave birth to her and Eddie's daughter back in April 2007. And by June 2007, a DNA test confirms Eddie's paternity. So it's just one. But also, why not? You know what I'm saying? Pay that. Oh, she wrote a memoir too. Yeah. All of that makes sense. It's just it falls in line from, what exactly. I'm not gonna say a side or who you're rooting for. Did my bar light turn off? Yeah, it did. Not a side necessarily, or who you're rooting for or anything like that. It's just it falls in the token of what exactly is right. I saw because one of the biggest ones that we had heard about hella times about people or someone paying like a crazy amount. And I remember people were all over the fence and debating over it was the Dr. Dre one. Because I think his ex-wife was wanting like, damn, I forget what crazy amount. It was like something crazy like $200,000 a month or something like that. Or is it crazy to a billionaire? $200,000 a month. What was it? Let me look that up and find the exact amount. And I want to say it got settled already too, right? I want to say, did we talk about it in the podcast? See, this is when I need someone here to be like, oh, yeah. You already talked about that in the, blah, blah, blah. This is what Google brought up, which is pretty quick. To shout out to them. Dr. Dre is expected to pay the monthly sum of $293,306 which adds up to $3,519,672 in yearly support. Yeah. So it was that. And I want to say that's actually a downgrade though too. I want to say homegirl was wanting Nicole Young. I want to say homegirl was wanting more a month, and it got dropped down and they settled to that much. Like I said, I guess at first glance, when we see that amount, when we hear about that amount, we're just like, yo, that's crazy. But, is it to a billionaire, and how much assets is the billionaire? Is that like money that you physically have? Is it in like a bank? Is it in liquidation? Is it in stocks? Like what exactly, you know what I'm saying? Like all that falls into something different that I have no idea for. That's crazy. But yo, shouts out to them. Child support. There's also, what is it? There's also child support. Oh, who's the one? See, this is why I like the laptop being right here. Homegirl and her husband, the husband, well, the now former ex-husband, but the dude's getting child support. No, is it child support or what is it called? Damn, I suck at this. What is it called when they separate? Alimony, maybe? I hate when the autofill just brings you up like kinds of freaking suggestions that don't even make sense. Brandon Blackstock's irreconcilable differences. That's trust me, I know a thing or two about that. But but when you have that, it's like I want to say it's like if you're getting a divorce under 6 years, you can file under irreconcilable differences, which pretty much means that no one's at fault, no one's at this, or just they both want to mutually split. Sorry, spit. Get the fuck out of here. I'm trying to find the numbers. I want to say homie was getting, I forget how much, but he's getting like a good amount. Let me look this up real quick too. Hold up. Yeah, it's her ex-husband. Is it alimony? Allowance or... Okay, so yeah, this is what they in the streets, and this is what the younger folk and the the TikTok hip hop community, which I'm definitely not that, but the podcast is, so check it out. A Hypocritical AF podcast on TikTok. You can see a bunch of the clips. Thank you. But this is what it says right here. Callie Clarkson to pay Brandon Blackstock $200K in monthly allowance, bro. He gets an allowance of $200K a month. City boys, we up. City boys, we up. City boys, we up. I wonder how that is. How is it? How, because the reason why I'm not trying to like bash her or anything like that. It's just, it's rare. It's rare. When do you ever see the man getting any type of money? You know what I'm saying? Like usually it's the opposite. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's like, how is that? And also, did I do it right? Did I spell that thing right? What did I say homie's name was? Blackstock? Yeah. Let me read you the exact. This is way off topic. I apologize, but this is interesting to me. So Kelly Clarkson was ordered to pay her estranged husband nearly $200K in monthly monthly spousal and child support. Oh, spousal support. That's what it was. I hope I never had to pay that. Let me knock on that real quick. Bro. Well, so see, this is how they get you. That's how clickbait. It's 150,000, not 200,000. But still, they have two children, a 7-year-old and a 5-year-old. Oh, that's what sucks when kids are involved and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But city boys, you know what I'm saying? That's a 150K. I can't. Jesus. But again, not pocket watching, but we don't know what these numbers are for other people. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So moving past all that and everything, Halloween this year, I got a question for y'all. Are y'all going to go trick-or-treating this year for Halloween? Is trick-or-treating going to be a thing? Is it going to be allowed? Are we going to get judged for trick-or-treating this year? Because I'm taking Lil Man. We got to take him. We got to get that experience. I'm going to take him. We're going trick-or-treating, damn it. Even if it's just down the street, we're taking him trick-or-treating. So, is trick-or-treating canceled in 2022? I hope not. Decorations are up. The whole block got decorations up. I'm assuming, and I feel like it's a safe bet to say it is not canceled this year. I'm assuming, and I'm saying that it's going to be a safe bet to go trick-or-treating this year. But I'm also not here to judge anybody who's not. And I'm also not here to give my 2 cents on whether it should or should not. Because to be honest, there's no one here for me to go back and forth with other than myself. And I've done that already at the beginning of the episode. And I feel like I was already tired of myself arguing with myself. I'll just be honest. I was already tired with myself, you know. So trick-or-treating this year, I'm definitely excited for that. Picking costumes this time around, every year, I feel like it's getting tougher and tougher because we're always trying to be more creative in the costume making or buying. You know what I'm saying? Because every year it's like someone's doing something crazy. Someone's going above and beyond. Someone's doing the most. Or I feel like there's a new thing. There's like a new level going for it, you know? So I never was a type or a person who went, you know, and got the crazy costumes or the above and beyond costumes. Not really my steez. I keep it pretty basic, you know, and I always try to keep it somewhat related to scary. Like, it's not, bro, it's Halloween. I'm one of the ones, maybe I'm just old school and old, but I'm one of the ones that was like, yo, Halloween, scary costumes, spooky season, right? Or something cool like that. Like, I don't want to be the dude walking around like in a banana outfit, even though I was going to do it one year. Right. But bro, there's nothing not scarier than when a dude is a fucking peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And it's like, come on, bro. What are you doing? PB&J? What? Am I one of the old school original ones that like to get some type of scary, spooky shit going? I saw but I saw online that someone was literally, and it was pretty funny. I'll give him that. But literally was a nightstand. It was a dude like in a little cardboard nightstand. He was the lamp, and on the nightstand there was like Newports, a phone, and shit like that. Keys that you would just throw on the nightstand. It was that type of thing. So like, shouts out to him for, you know, creativity. That one was funny. See, like those type of things. It's funny because it's real, you know, not scary. It's not obviously not scary, but it's like, what he should have put was on that nightstand, he should have put like a positive pregnancy test. That shit's scary, bro. That would have been like, whoa, yo, my man, put that shit away. You know what I mean, bro? Put that shit away. We don't want to see that shit. It's scary. It's too scary. Come on now. Hold up. What are you trying to do? You know, we don't want that. Maybe if you threw that one in, it would be something crazier. But yeah, I don't know what it would be this year. Would you? Oh, nah. I don't wear the sport. Like, when it comes to sports, I wear my team. I don't wear other teams. Like, I wouldn't switch. Even if it's just simple shit, like it would match better or wear something different. I'm not wearing that. I'm dedicated and loyal to my teams. You feel me? Raiders, Lakers, Dodgers. Trying to think what else. Raiders, Lakers, Dodgers. Yeah, that's pretty much. I'm not wearing anything else. I know what you're thinking. Typical Mexican, standard. You're right. But so I'm wondering if I would ever switch up just for Halloween, if I would wear the opposite team just for Halloween, just to throw some shit off. Like a dead, you know what I'm saying? Like a dead version or a zombie version of the opposite team. Or just light myself on fire because they suck. Maybe, yeah, I'm doing the most. Anyway, Raiders are about to play pretty soon. I wanted to get in here, talk with y'all, chit chat a bit, get some stuff off the chest, talk about the cards, talk about last week's episode, Halloween, child support apparently that I have no idea I was going to go into, the festival. I'm going to start doing 2 recap reels. I just posted one. Y'all should check it out. I made a recap reel of the Aftershock experience. And I like doing them because it also reminds me to get more of, like take more videos, get more photos. And it's just tough because I'm constantly trying to balance between being present and putting the phone down and enjoying it, but also capturing those moments to put so I could look at it and be like, yeah, that was fun, or, that was super cool, and doing more of that. So I think I definitely got to do more of that. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, episode 98, bro. We're there. 2 more weeks away from 100, which is crazy to even, think. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do for it. Maybe we'll do another Halloween episode for episode 100. Did y'all check out last year's Halloween episode? If y'all haven't, y'all should. Maybe we'll decorate again, and maybe we'll get it going like we did last year, and maybe do something a little different and bigger too, but also keep it consistent with Halloween. Maybe. There's definitely some work there. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know if we should do anything. All right. Anyway, again, I'm your host, Albert Fig, Hypocritical AF Podcast. The signs will be better, I promise. We're getting there. We are exploring. Shout out to the Raiders. Hopefully y'all get one this week. Motherfuckers. That was a hard MF. My bad. But anyway, like, comment, share, subscribe. Y'all stay safe. Peace.